adventure light. It's a system, it's a methodology, it's a way of life, it's a movement. G'day folks, today we're going through one of the luggage options for the KTM 500, one of the best ones that I reckon are around. That's the Mosko Moto Reckless 40 system. So you've probably seen this system in use in a few of my videos. You'll find much better videos on the whole system and how it all works and how you can pack it and all the rest of it on the Mosko Moto website. It's a 40 litre system. You get 2 of these bags, dry bags, an 8 litre tail bag. Mosko Moto sell different sizes of those. You get these small little, these under pockets as well. They will actually hold a Primus 1.5 litre or whatever they are fuel bottle. Can't quite do one-handed. There we go. It is super tough material. This bike's taken a few falls. You can see the sort of scuff marks on the side, but it hasn't given me any grief. Nothing's broken or ripped or torn on it. It's designed as a rackless system. Comes with a heat shield. The main part of this is a fairly stiff plastic material which just holds its shape quite nicely. I just didn't want a rack to ruin the looks of this bike. I didn't want the weight of the rack. I wanted rackless. Why I quite like this as well is with this system here. I think it's called Molle, M-O-L-L-E, Molle webbing system. What that allows you to do is add things on here. And Mosko Moto sell a small bag that will sit on here and attach via these straps, and I'll show you how that works in a sec. But there's plenty of other options as well. These are what I use fairly regularly. So this is a very small pouch. It's probably like a litre in size. It holds a very small first aid kit. I've got a slightly larger one with a slightly larger first aid kit. Drink bottle pouch holds a 1.5 litre bottle of water. And then up to these big guys here, which are these 3 litre pouch. It's a Molle pouch, but it comes with a bladder. So I can put 3 litres of water. Depending on what your trip is all about, you can configure this system with different things. So for example, on the Simpson trip that I did, I had 2 of these each side. So that gave me, you know, an extra 3 litres of water that I wanted for that trip. With these little pouches, they usually have these little straps, supposedly like thread these things through the other one that it attaches to. It's a real painful way to do it. Better way to do it is like I've attached here now with a couple of bits of plastic. I think you can buy these. They're called Molle sticks. I think it's probably a trademark name or something, but all I did was use the piece of the blue tongue stuff from, floorboards or whatever it is, and bent it over and made my own. And you can see in there that it threads down through in a sort of a crisscross alternating pattern, and it's rock solid. Like, it's not going to move at all. If someone needs this first aid kit really quick, you just go slide that straight out of there, slide that one out of there, and you're done, you're away. I use these same things on all of these different items. Onto the attachment mechanism for this system. Bottom mounting point is just 2 straps, one each side. One, it comes out of here and around to this, or around your frame, or wherever you want. I use these little clips into the bottom of the subframe here. I did try wrapping it around, just around there, but there was a video that I did where it melted onto the header pipe. So I've gone back to this clip here. Doesn't really get in the way of boots or anything. One thing I have found with these clips is that they're still a bit sharp wearing the strap away. So what I've done, just to try and help that out, is put a piece of irrigation pipe, just a tiny little bit, split it down the middle and wrapped it around there, and it just gives the webbing something a little bit smoother, so it's not pulling directly on the metal. This is all I've been using. Just a piece of garden tube, irrigation tube. And then the other good thing too about this system is that these aren't the original straps. I've already replaced these once because they did wear through, but they are dead easy to replace. If you look up underneath here, that opens up. There's an aluminium bar in there that that slides out, and you can replace that strap very, very simply. Now to the top mount. It actually comes with two straps at the back. Now these are looped around. It's this black strap that goes down there, and I think the theory is that it goes to some sort of a mounting point. Like if you had a rack, you could loop it around a rack and then back up through the adjuster there and pull the whole thing tight. Now if you know me, you know I'm a little bit funny about drilling holes in my bike. I try to keep things, you know, as original and as nice as possible, as close to the original as possible. So this is my version of it. This here is one reason that I made this attachment point like that. I undo two straps, one each side, and then I can just go, the whole thing's off. The other reason that I attach it the way that I do, so that this is nice and clean. And this is what I've done. I think these were from I don't know what they were from, a tail bag or something. They're a clip to, you know, hook under a seat or something. So I just kind of rigged up this little system whereby they're sideways now. I'm taking advantage of the fact that this groove here on the rear guard is angled out. So as I pull down each side, the whole thing pulls it this way, and it's just stretching the two clips here and making it all tighter. So it's never going to go anywhere. It's never going to fall off. And so to put it on, I start sort of up at the back of the guard and then push the whole thing forward. See if I can pull it a bit. And there we go. You could just get some of these clips, drill two holes in your guard, bolt those clips on, and then just run those straps through those clips there. And it's the same thing. So the back of the bag is sitting a third the way between the rear of the seat and the rear of the guard. These pull down to that point there. They don't get in the way of your boots. And I have extended the exact same system to my day pack setup. I have two of these clips. I don't know why I ended up with four of them, but I did. Hook it over there like that. Slide the whole thing forward. It's all rock solid, it's not going to move anywhere. And then easy to remove. Now obviously there's other options out there for luggage. Giant loop maker Coyote or something maybe. My brother uses the larger Coyote bags, similar style. He doesn't run a rack either. One opening at the top and you can pull your dry bags out. I've got another mate who just uses the smaller Mojave bags all the time and then just adds something on the top. So he'll add a roll bag if he's going away. If I'm away for say a 2-day ride, I'll only use the two side bags and I don't use the small bag in here. This allows me to do is store, say, rain gear. If you've got, if it's a wet ride, you can put all your wet weather gear under there. Or if you start off, you know, wearing your big adventure jacket and it gets hot, in the middle of the day, you just roll it up, stick it under the little beaver tail, tie the whole thing down, and it's, you know, it's somewhere to store it. So this, just having a little bit of extra space here is great. Now, I know that some people are going to look at this and go, how on earth can you go away for a week with this much space? Well, just take less stuff. Just take less stuff. Just take less stuff. If you have less room, you will take less stuff. So the whole thing, you know, it just works better. Adventure light. Think lightweight. This is a lightweight bike. If you want to take 80s, the Moskos make the Reckless 80. If you want to take all of that stuff, you can. Like, you might be doing a month-long trip and you might need all that stuff. Well, do it, but you're probably not going to do it on this bike. This is not the bike for it. You need a bigger bike for it. For ADV light, for the 500, I reckon the Mosko 40s are absolutely ideal. I also have a very small tank bag which I use It's the Enduristan Sandstorm. All I really use this for is to charge stuff while I'm on the go. So in here I can put my phone, my camera, spare batteries and bits and pieces, and then just run a charge cable up to the 12 volt socket. It's not your big giant loop Diablo or anything like that. It is a small bag, but I like it because it's small. It really suits the adventure light look. Adventure light, it's a system, it's a methodology, it's a way of life, it's a movement. I hope you've got something out of this video. Maybe you've got some ideas about how to use it. With the Molle system and the different ways to attach it. It's not a cheap system. I'll tell you that up front. It's pretty expensive, especially if you've got to get it from the US to here in Australia. I'm not sure anybody brings it in even in Australia, but it has lasted me quite well, and I'm pretty happy with it. It really suits this bike. The whole look of it and the size of it, it really suits it. Thanks for watching. Ride well, stay safe. See you in the next video. See ya.
Give us a look. There it is.